And she was like, this is so crazy. Like literally you tag someone and it's done. And then you can actually live collaborate on the email if you want. So this is funny because I don't come from a sales kind of background, and so I didn't really realize that until someone who was really deep into sales was like blown away by the product. So that's pretty cool. I'm Thibaut. I'm French, based in Singapore. I've been here for 15 years. I'm the CTO at Smplrspace. I think a bit like Missive, we are a lean and mean team. We basically help companies that have data about indoor spaces visualize data. We are helping people understand their data when it comes to indoor spaces. It might have been having a team inbox for things like support, where we can all chip in and then have like a in-app chat powered by that team inbox. I think that combo is probably the foot in the door for us. If I look at it now, it came from that, but then it expanded into many more use cases. And nowadays, I mean, Missive is super sticky for us. It's like it basically powers any sort of communication that's external facing. Anyone that comes in and works at Smplrspace gets a Missive account. It's like everyone gets it, because we feel that even people who don't collaborate should have Missive, because it's just a better email client. And that's one of the things I love about Missive. It's like, yeah, it has all these powerful capabilities on collaboration, but just purely as an email client, that's the best email client I've used. The other reason why everyone gets it is we are a small team, but one of the things we care about is communication and transparency by default. And being able to share context in a click is how you get transparency by default. So most of our internal communication, they are in open spaces where the whole company can read them. And so email is a bit sensitive. You can't do that with email, but the ability to on a specific email say, I want this and that person or the whole company to see it by just tagging someone at the bottom, we love that, because that's like basically easy context sharing, which is aligned with our values around communication. For example, our service staff, we sometimes want to give them access to the whole context of an order that we get from a client. And so we have our own service process system outside of Missive, but then being able to just give them a link in that place and then tag them in Missive so that they just have access to everything. Well, support is one. The other thing is, I think if you are a SME or startup, there's a lot of emails that one founder is fronting, and you don't want to always have everyone in CC, but the ability to have everyone, like tagged into it so that people know what's happening, that's invaluable for us. So I think as a startup, we found that this was really, really good. And many times, you write an email to an investor or to a partner, and you just want to, like, you draft it and then you ping someone, hey, have a look through it, are we aligned? Am I, mis-explaining something or misrepresenting something? And having that very simple way to get someone to check your email on board, that's really, really good. And we've basically used that a lot because of how easy it was. I'd say the last piece where it's important, and that's kind of aligned with that, is sales. So we recently onboarded a salesperson that was like more as a consultant, but because of how good Missive was, we actually gave that consultant a Smplrspace email so that there was a Missive account with it. And that person had, like, I don't know, 20 years experience in like corporate sales. The first day on onboarding, she was like blown away by Missive itself. She was like, oh, that is so cool. I need to tell that to everyone I know, like how amazing. And she was explaining to me how they used to, get around with writing a proposal to someone. And it's like, you write your email, then you copy paste it, you put it in a Google Doc, and then you shoot that Google Doc to other people, and other people go and comment in it. And it's like a whole nonsense, right? It's like so much inefficiency. And she was like, this is so crazy. Like literally you tag someone and it's done, and then you can actually live collaborate on the email if you want. So this is funny because I don't come from a sales kind of background, and so I didn't really realize that until someone who was really deep into sales was like blown away by the product. So that's pretty cool. It could revolve around context, because at the end of the day, when I think about what I really love is that you've got shared context and transparent collaboration, like in a click, basically. And so it goes away from like the what it is, but it more about like why it is, I don't know, start with why, what they say, right? So I think like context sharing in a click, yeah, that's pretty amazing.